voice technology like that, I think, sometimes some of the hesitations that I've heard in the past are sometimes like language barriers and things like that. You mentioned the hillbilly accent there is a different language potentially. So I mean, how is the technology kind of work around different language speakers and things of that nature to make them feel more comfortable too? Because in the warehousing industry, I mean, there's a huge prevalence of people who English is not their first language, right?
That's right. That's right. And I think as much as we're surrounded now by speech recognition, if you try to take a commercial speak recognition and go and work on it for an 8 hour, 10 hour shift, whatever you're doing, you would want to put
Yeah.
your head through the concrete wall because you cannot have that many errors and those things. So really, there's a couple ways to go about that. One is what traditionally was in the space where you basically train templates, and these templates are recognize how
Mm,
you say certain words, and that's on the speaking side of it. But the independent recognizers have just been really increasing over these last, again, from the time we started in this till now. It's amazing how much better those are. So those are great options, and they also help you in certain states that have different privacy laws about having templates of any kind, whether it's a fingerprint or a voice print or whatever it may
mm,
be. So you have really kind of either option. On the other side, though, where now the speech to text or the text to speech is coming back for you to hear a direction or whatever, there are just so many opportunities now. Languages, dialects within languages, you can begin to tweak those things. You can customize them. So really, that whole conversation. I'm sure there are minor dialects somewhere in the world that don't yet have a great
yeah.
text to speech engine for them, but most cases they do. And so as warehouses are bringing in workers from where English isn't their second language, and we have a ton of customers like that. There's a lot of clever ways to implement that. In some cases, they may be able to hear in English but speak back in their language. And that's great if your supervisors are only English speakers or whatever else. So there's lots of
Yeah.
strategies when you go to implement a system like this that can really optimize it for your footprint and what you have with your workers and your operations and locations.